Abo nonsia. Peace. 104.3 FM Suni Omadishie. Yamamunina Joe and Enumre Ebranson said no Nsia Cassiabo, a sumo Cassiaboy, a sign I'm okay 101.7 FM so Nate 100.9 so Wokumasia, a hello 101.5. Radio stations I would do a Wagana Haniama would also Babroha and a Efa Cassiaboy social media platforms I would do Facebook Live ye Peace 104.3 FM Facebook Live a Peace 104.3 FM YouTube despite media and some of day mamo numre ebine
Abato komi samami Jane Mensa kwa kopiemu ewo emrahebedwemu achirechiremu se sede na wonum eka se ye Ghana card ekuta ye no wo mo hye se eno nko ane ade a ebema kwan mo ato aba no ose nye saa na emom se ebe ya ebeboa ama bra no obi abetimi akotwero ndin.
The main advantage of the continuous registration exercise is that potential voters can register at any time of their choosing once the exercise begins.
Executive Secretary Awoda National Identification Authority Ora Ken Atefa and watch say Sikabese 80 million Ghana cedis and a finance ministry no womo etua na sikani nyina na 100 million no metuemu 80 million.
I have evidence confirmed by CalBank that they have received 80 million of the 100 million Ghana cedis promised.
Oswafo a wo share apomuden ho nsem so na esefata senka obekwa akopie mu ewo committee a wo share apomuden so na enso so wo kire se wanko ni nyina no na ye vaccine sesei wo pebia wunya bi na ade aso nkwada enum Oswafo a wo share ensase na oba ade anuoma a wo de adom yen onimonyafo Samuel Abu Jinapo eno wa kire mu se agudie a yenya ye de ko amonone ekoton afimpinu ne aduonumienu nko ano etumi at $6.6 billion ena ebeto ho.
Export receipts in 2022 alone gave us some $6.6 billion in respect of gold.
National Communications Authority NCA almost more kai o manfo say o sim anase sim na wo de to phone so no se won koye ema yen fa wonsa ento afidie so ema yen register de toso mienu no a ye betwa online anase de wo de kasa wo mobile phone no so match da etoso edu ensem bi ka ho na ye de ebremo ewo kasebo imo.
Yedia Seda Emodro Emma Oson's Gale capsules awonmo Emma immune system enya hoden ena Oson's grab mixture enkwadanke toano a woma ba foforo no sa woma mu binom a ebuan kasa kwada bi wa odidi na bofono no eduane ne kura wa me abroso enti na homete wontimi na osu basa edura wo hia eye Oson's grab mixture obatan bi enim se paracetamol ni si ho a na Oson's grab mixture so eka ho MTN we there for you everywhere you go network we na wo so ibemo browser office detail ye de man say twem we use and sada wo be share Facebook live na e bi kura asa MTN for na yewsa Hisense Ghana see home appliances and border from a original pa na wobenya say be say refrigerator, chest freezer, air condition, television, gas cooker, electric cooker, washing machine, smartphone, sound system, rice cooker, blender. Ni nyina bi wo ho and border from Hisense. Everyday prices for everyday people. Ketchus Marketing Agency yen ye day 5G non-alcoholic drink aba miso fruit drink and aperitivo bitter ye de aka ho na 5G drink no wuntimi nka nkyere me say herbs ni fruit ni green tea ne womo no wo ye party anasa wo ye ana wo birthday bi wan fa bi anka ho na say occasion anye de eye 5G non-alcoholic drink and a miso fruit drink and aperitivo bitter wo kan nyina esi ani dia na say party no na ayede domi market heavy deal dynamo and wo man for to aguso a obia e to bi say wo pedudu atu ano afre Ketchus Marketing Agency was 0246 270221 0246 270221 Food and Drugs Authority womaji 5G miso fruit drink and aperitivo bitter womaji atum na Pepsodent cavity cavity fighter ye de betwetwe yesen anopa ene enumere ama yesen nya hoden etro bi aduane ene yesiche food and sugar no na atrapo ewo wo simfinfin ho eti ye ho adwuma ebra wo de Pepsodent cavity etwetwe wo sen na kaka ne wo sen mu abotokro nyina no ebetimi ne tro bi na wo sefa oje ho ba bi enye no wo twetwe wo sen anopa ne enumere no Pepsodent cavity fighter no aye adwuma ma eye 10 times stronger yasan de Pepsodent charcoal aba eno nso wodim se bidie wo kaya ne body tray de bo ani ne twetwe yesen a ne yesen na ye fita yafa abe for kwanso ya blend ne kama ya fa ne Pepsodent charcoal en yasan de Pepsodent lemon essence ne dia wo mu ne yefre no Pepsodent herbal no nso account se de mu miensa sa wo pe Pepsodent charcoal cavity fighter en na herbal na wo benya mo a mo pe herbs no mo de mu a ene ahyehye e de ama mo ba bia ye ton bia no wo benya bia to wo mo call center ne 08002003 Pepsodent, every smile matters. Forever Construction and Consultancy Limited. Yenna ye koye ni mwankasa asase wo dodowa nyameba a eben dodowa police station no Brian Chawate. Na ubenye bisesi efisa wo ba ansase papa ne boda from a ebi bo no 70 by 100 feet no ubenye fi 18,000 Ghana cedis ekosi 40,000 Ghana cedis na edem ena 50 by 70 and also efi 10,000 Ghana cedis ekosi 23,000 Ghana cedis she kakra da ho a ye betimi am wotiatia ne kakra na de abotoa Forever Construction and Consultancy Limited bomodian so obeba dwuma ye fonka bom ko ne eku ahodo ye ton sa frem sa momra frɛ ye en wo 050 151 8347 050 151-8347 and 0509-999-828 0509-999-828 we a Forever Construction and Consultancy Limited womoden sase wododo anyameba womoton amomanfo enye bi enwuma koyi ena ebo ye chidom amano nsia kase ebo edimo yen ye de som wonumre me akosua ago aboaje mene
Akosia sapon afe kase bono emu ensem enie so manfo ede waso edi akire na wotwe etwa mu no a yebo amane wo ye kase bomu ye nsentwerefo di frimrahye bedwam ebaye se mrahye bedwafo atonsa ede afre abato komisa mame Jane Mensa ena opanyina wono ena ehwe se ebeye Ghana card eye owura kenatefa se wo mu mepiem no meyi nsem bia no ewo ho afe ye sante ye ema mrahye bedwafo kra de by CCI eno eba bema kwan se ukuta Ghana card na eno nko na bema okwan ama atimi ato aba enti ene mame Jane Mensa ekopie mu ewo emrahye bedwam na eno ena wayiyi nsema no nsema ye bisa na ni bi eno ena mame Jane Mensa eyi ano akire mu se sa new constitutional instrument CI no afei ena omode kwakoto emrahye bedwafo anim na eno no enkyere se omode koto ho a ebesi obi akwan ema ne ntumi ento aba anase ema obi akwan ema no ntimi nkotwero ne din ewo abato enwomanim na emom wo mo ehwe masia ne tumi eye adwuma ebeboa ama registration a enka ne so obi anya mfinhie du nwotwe na esefata se nipa no ekono kotwero ne din a ye behwe se ye de na wotwe miensa na beto nti sa na wotwe miensa kwabosome no wantimi ankotwero din eno ano no na uge se otwan ma afefoforo san eba bio no ena abato komisa ekoye ekoyi sa asem ya no se de be ya omanfo betimi ate ase eno achi no wo kire ye se wo hwe enhyehyɛ ya wo mode ato apono so ewo Ghana card ene abato enwoma no a ebibrem ha sei ye kɔ ye nimpa so yi keved efri hɔ a
This is a far departure from the previous limited registration exercise. Permit me to restate that the main advantage of the continuous registration exercise is that potential voters can register at any time of their choosing once the exercise begins. Interested persons who have not previously registered and qualified to vote will be able to register at their leisure and with ease because it will be an all-year-round activity. As such, applicants will not be confronted with the long queues and frustrated crowds and possible conflicts that may lead to violence. We are equally confident that the continuous registration exercise will minimize the busing of prospective applicants to the registration centers and thereby lead to an orderly, conflict-free process.
eno achi no mama Jane Mensa esan HSS asie wo mo ehwe se Ghana card no eno nkoa ne de wo de ba ye bema wo kwan ama watwe udin wa abato enwomanim ena afa so enkwankoba se wo de eno eba ye san ka cho se kopo obi na o medi akaginamu de frɛ no guaranteed system no o se o mo beyi sa de no afri ho.
We are mainstreaming the continuous registration of voters as part of our regular activities. Another significant feature of this draft constitutional instrument is the proposal to adopt the Ghana card as the sole source of identification for any person who wishes to register as a voter. The guarantor system has presented us with several challenges. First of all, it opens the door for registered voters or guarantor contractors to guarantee and vouch for persons who are less than 18 years old. It allows these guarantors to vouch for persons who are not citizens of Ghana. Such unqualified persons, usually minors and foreigners, use the door of the guarantor system to try to get onto our register.
Any ayati ye chairperson Electoral Commission Mami Jane Mensa ena yeti se okasa nsemi ora Emmanuel Akole one William Gentu na di film rahebedwam ebreye.
Na Executive Secretary the National Identification Authority NIA Professor Kenatefan wono so ekopie mrahebedwam editor Joseph Finance Ministry ayaso ehwesika 72 years no sika na sese wo de ma wo mo na NIA for de bobra no na 100 million Ghana cedis na emu 80 million Ghana cedis and omatimi atua ediama wo na Finance Minister ehwo mo boss 100 million Ghana cedis na wo nsato so a ebetimi aboa ama NIA fo aboa Ghana fo na wo mo pe Ghana card no obi etimi anya bi na omo dia adwuma omo bo omo homoden atua emu 80 million and so 20 million Ghana cedis no eno na aka echa wo mo ehwe ni mu na no na enrahebedwafo to nsafre no toto na no edefa Ghana card abedwafo ehwabato so the Electoral Commission wo mu to na mo se Ghana fo de beto aba 2024 elections and hwana mo to ne ho hyehyeye a wo mo eye no eno enema anuye na ehia so de ema Ghana fo
Identity Management Systems Limited and CalBank. I say will because I have evidence confirmed by CalBank that they have received 80 million of the 100 million Ghana cedis promised as part of the payment plan that we have agreed with them. IMS2 and CalBank have confirmed receipt of the 80 million. Ministry of Finance has informed NIA that the remaining 20 million will be paid most probably by close of business today. CalBank will then release a portion of the 3.5 million blank cards in bonded warehouse to NIA through IMS for the card printing.
Na Professor Kenatefa eto asubiem se wo mo matimi abo wo homoden akere wo mudin Ghana card no 17,375,861 na emu emeburu omo wo mo manya mfedu nwotwe ekro no 17,290,000 na wo mo ene akere wo mudin ewo mu we nhyehyeye a wo maye ede afa ho.
As I've indicated, 17,375,861 have been captured onto the National Identity Register database. And this figure represents the cohort of the population aged 15 years and above. Of the number, that is of the 17,375,861, the number of Ghanaians aged 18 years and above captured in the database is 16.9 million. 16.9 million out of the 17.375 million. And the number of registered Ghanaians aged 18 years and above existing on the Electoral Commission's voters register.
Na Professor Kenatefa Ebabewie no say National Identification Authority wo mu database na ya chechire wo manfo di ni mfonyini ene nsemfo bi efom ho ne ade agusuo no abedwafo ehwa abato so epe na wo mu de ato aba ebebo wo mu firi say ebema minus nkwadan nketenkete a wonya mfiedu nwotwe wo so wo kwakoto aba na ebeyi afiri ho awo ho wo nya Ghana fo mu wiewia wo ho ne yeto aba na wo nso aba beto bie ne sankrofo ne mienu no ebebruskoto wo mu nyina ato ba bi
of deceased persons. Indeed, the system we have built will enable the next of kin of deceased persons to be known when the fingerprint of a deceased person is applied to a verification device, and it will help us purge the register of minors and save us a headache of conducting periodic and continuous voter registration exercises. The benefits are plenty, but I will save you because the chairperson of the Electoral Commission has spoken very eloquently about the benefits of using the Ghana card to register.
Professor Kenatefa, Executive Secretary de National Identification Authority NIA. Woko PM Rashebe Jem and Odin Semi Etopaso. William Gentu ni Emmanuel Akole and Edebesomye.
National Communications Authority NCA almost so say omo kai Ghana this year nyina se wonko ye enko register wo sim no da wo phone no so na e ma kwan e ma utumi eye bibia kasa eye text message ne ne ekeka ho no a na wo de Ghana card na akọ no akọ wie wo se edi kan wo mo ka senkrofo e mo wo mo phone so nti stage 1 wo be ye wo phone so stage 2 no na wo be kọ o subscriber no be bia se bia wo chip no network kro no wo be kọ na wakọ ye de toso mienu na se de o mu si kani nyame adoma e free match da etoso edu 10th March 2023 wankwo ya wuntumi emfa wo phone no a chip na ehye so wuntumi mfa nye call na abra yensendro ni Erica eifa any director consumer and corporate affairs ewo National Communications Authority na de fie bedu edi nkomo no e na o chese wo mo mukuta sim card no na wo mo aye o madin se wo mo nko ye stage 2 ne de edu sa abre no a ombe disconnect o na chese o de fra enye yi
2021 on your share SIM re-registration asset. Now, send a money no SIM re-registration no. 2 stages. I will be stage 1 and stage 2. Now, stage 1 no. The would Ghana card no. Ebe link it to SIM card. Now, stage 2 no. So we are. Oh, unique code be stage 1. The man now the no akoni chawo picture. When anyone's that picture. And a cosi last year and say. Nipa baby or why no my stage 1 and no month to assume stage 2 no. Inti your policy directive say why stage 1 and when stage 2 no the maybe by so was a wutimi stage 2 no why na ya disconnected with the network no. Inti no December. Na ya no eche no who say afin so nipa fufuo bi so asan be stage 1 and when stage 2 affect wo.
Edwachi no nana defie esan de atudwa se wa wonye registration ni bi kra no wo mo be ma break kakra obi wo ho a na sem no nokra pa ewum
omo a yene omo edi sankita hu isesi a 10th March no efa wo mo ho no eye wo mo aye stage 1 na wo mo nye stage 2 sims aye stage 1 and stage 2 into SIM card do ho say SIM card no bia na subscriber no on start registration e kra ono dia yem card say ye disconnecting e free network ne so into omo wo Ghana card omo ye stage 1 or omo nye stage 2 no wo na sa misise na be affect wo mo once a wetin ya stage 1 ne die na say details e wo service provider ho no ene wo Ghana card ne tally ye enu nti na wutimi e stage 1 no into sa category of incorfo na ye almost directive affect wo.
Enia yeti ye National Communications Authority Consumer and Corporate Affairs Director Nana Defie Bedu ena yene no edi nkomo we Erica Eifa ene boa no emaye.
On Sunday for Dr. Kwame Nkrumah na ye Ghana mampanyina wodi kan na ebra wosie dwemo no anche na yetu na de so ema manfo ekai afia pem hankono aduosiensia bosumi mienu ne to so aduonu na 24 February 1966 na ewomu ano manfo akai ebra atorenchemi esiye wokenkan emfie aduonum ensunie eye 57th anniversary no akoso ama honorable Emmanuel Amakofiboa a wo ye deputy minority leader wasan ye mashebediani ewo elembele wakasa de afa ho se eya rohusem kase ne to oman no se wo saje fo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah yetu na de so na bra wo kasa ewo mashebedwam no mo de akaye no ene wo se awrohusem ato ye ene se ye mampanyini a na wo wani swade hunu panyini a na wo pempum to wo akokoduro no yetimi yi ne to ase akonya.
Nkrumah launched a 7-year development plan which was designed to turn Ghana into a modern state with efficient agriculture and industrial sectors. The plan was to speed up economic grow through rapid development by transforming the structures of the Ghanaian economy, something we struggle up to today. Today, Mr. Speaker, we remember Osajifo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah as a leader who worked tirelessly for the good of his country and his continent. His vision of a united Africa, a prosperous Ghana, continue to inspire us to work towards a brighter future for all. We honor his legacy and pledge to continue his work towards a more just and equitable country and world.
We ensemu a emrashebedwani owo elembele wasan ye deputy minority leader honorable Emmanuel Amakofibua editu dwana wiye na majority chief whip nso ye emrashebedwani ewo insawom adoagiri honorable Frank Anodom Prince kasa e wochim so mampanyi dada his excellency Dr. Kwame Nkrumah wonya ne ba bi kro no na wo ye obi a wo ye adwumaden ankasa de friend industrialization empumto a eba no na opepa na mom no na wono so ewo ne sinto dwumadie bia ne ye friend preventive detention act de baya no ochichi nkrofo mo nya ebone atu mu no eyawrewosema eni kwanse ebisi biem ena yeyi ne toase akonya wokoye a PNDC fo nso baya wo mu so akire bro mo babedi wo mu dwuma na NDC abreso no divestiture of factories eno ye nnwuma ana osaje fo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah na nkasa sisidi ama Ghana fo a NDC abrenso so wo tonton no fofofo edi man nkrofo bi no wo se eno nso amoa oman no.
Under Nkrumah's leadership, we have what we call the PDA. Dr. Dankwa died in a condemned cell because of the excesses of the PDA. And so when we are celebrating Nkrumah, these excesses, we should also admit to it and probably say that never again in the history of this country, as a democratic country, never again in the history of this country that we should record things like the PDA. And the PDA was a backward item or a backward legislation on the conscience of this country. So yes, we can celebrate Nkrumah, but let's agree to the excesses. Our colleagues in the NDC diversified many of these state enterprises. Are you proud about that? All the many state enterprises that were built by Nkrumah dotted across the country. You came into office and you told them.
In Sawoma Dueji, Mashebedwani Osan majority chief whip, honorable Frank Anodom Pre, one ne kasa ye, Emmanuel Akole, and William Gentu, and a debedum ye.
Oswafo a wo hwe apomuden enwo nsem so eye onmunyafo kwaku agema manu na committee a wo mo hwe apomuden enwo nsem so wo emrahye hwe animu se oswafo ya wo hwe apomuden ho nsem so any agency mpanimfo ahodo ebeba bepie mu ewo committee no anim na wo ma ba be kirekire nsem die nti a vaccines ahodo a ye de soso enkwada num ukọ ba bi ti se tifido mantam mu ene oman ya fa ba bi a wonum eni bie achepa wo mu enya bie eno na wo mu bisa se na adenti na akwakosisa health committee no eto nsa de frɛ oswafo ese enka womra nanso wama enyo no nko a asoye ana oswafo a wo hwe sikasɛm so na afei other agencies no say we ne ye emergency meeting esan say si ade akoda bekɔ ayaresabia na ye bewo akoda ne ekoso nanum na afei wo mbekɔ na de de soso anum vaccine ne bi ni hɔ no ha adwene yie papa wo se wo National Health Insurance Authority na omo ebaaye uyi omo si nkyɛn a na oswafo a wo hwɛ apomuden ho nsɛm no ono de wa ama ɛno enenam so ma chairman na woda health committee no ano na ayu afri yie onmunyamfo yi kyerɛ sɛ de ya to nsa afrɛ no a wa ama ne de entwa yie kura.
The minister to speak to this important and national issue. Our best classified it as a disaster. Our best classified. He has a very good opportunity. The NHIA came and spoke, and then they have done payments. If maybe the procurement processes, or maybe there's supposed to be additional funds, or maybe there's supposed to be delaying funds from another quarters, or there's some reasons that you come. This is supposed to be easy. Probably depreciation of the CD would have accounted for the reasons why they
Mr. Chairman is giving reasons at this point in time.
Oh no. There could be several reasons to which the budgeted X amount it was not able to deliver a certain quantity. So speaking to this issue would have been a very short moment. You can just do justice to it, and you don't appear. I think the minister had all opportunity to come and just speak to the issue, and his
Enwachi ena onmunyamfo ayu afri ye san be ka kire wonom say wo moto nsa frɛ no na wa ma ne chief director afrɛ wo phone so aka se nyame ya adom a match de to sonson no e no mbeba nanso wanka de enti a wo mo ama.
Aware of the reasons for the absence of the state agencies. I have just been on the phone with the Chief Director of the Ministry of Health and says that she sent a letter to the committee asking for a rescheduling of the date for 7th of March because of the unavoidable absence of the minister. And this is just a phone call that we just had. So I'm yet to cite her letter. I can only speak to this as of now.
Eni ayeti ye chairman awoda apomden ebedwaku a wonom ewo mrahye bedwam wonmunyamfo na ayu afri ye enonom eno achi na ranking member wo committee yisu bi onmunyamfo kwabena minta akando enso kire se committee kwan bia ebefa so a wosoafo no ye betwe na mana ba beyi nsema no ye betwe.
That such an important exercise in our attempt to ask questions for answers, the minister responsible for health is nowhere to be found. Especially so when the ministry has about 2 deputies. In fact, the health committee is one of the major stakeholders in the health sector. If you have any responsible minister, we should not be inviting him. He should be running to us to brief us what is happening. Other ministers do it on the floor of the house, and you attest to that. They don't wait till committees call them. They come to the floor of the house and brief us. As I speak to you now, there's an outbreak of laser fever, right? We've just heard it in the news. Nobody has come to us to brief us what is happening. At the end of the day, we approve your budget. It's quite disappointing.
Eni ayeti honorable Kwabena Minta Akando ono ranking member ewo committee on hwa apomden so eno achi na sa committee no aso onmunyamfo Mohammed Muntaka Mubarak ono so ewo so bie eno no so eche se minister no ntimi emekire wo mo eda ono no ehu ni se eyema no na waba be yinsem ano enti ombe supina no no waba.
Maybe they may have to gather documents, and therefore they should rather appear tomorrow, probably at the same time around 10 a.m. I think we need to issue this, but we can't accept the 7th of March because they don't determine how we work here. We have to summon them. It is part of our responsibility. It is for them to respond. If they come here and tell us they don't have the full documents or they need time, that is different. But they don't sit in their offices and then write to the committee, telling the committee when they can appear. I think that as members of parliament, all of us need to be very careful because, look, these are the things that weakens our democracy and weakens our parliament, where parliament summons witnesses and they choose when to appear and when to even respond. And unfortunately, if you are not careful, then they begin to draw the political lines, then it becomes we and them, and then the actual issues get vanished.
Eni ayeti member ono so ewo committee ehwe apomudin eso ewo emrahye bedwam onmunyamfo Mohammed Muntaka Mubarak ono so ne ete ne nka no ensem we William Gentu eni ora Emmanuel Akole no mudi free emrahye bedwam ebreye.
Honorable Samuel Abujinapo and Yoswa for Shensasi no Badia Japadia Minister of Lands and Natural Resources. Now what Chim said 2022 say wish gold and answer Sikakwa ya Krakwa mononenwa. The buyer a $6.6 billion US dollars. Which as a Ghana ya near mineral resources and as natural resources I would be to say cocoa any gold in ya kanka ya kradekwa mononeno. Near a was sort of pie this cabre pan still na gold no awujina na so perfect say 6.6 billion US dollars eno de breye na workers and wo boma ne se enche ye free be large scale mining operations edo che se ye ba betu sika kokko ne bi wo ba bia asase no eso ena dwumadie no so eso na emfie mienu ene fa eda ye ne mu yi eno mo ba ye adwuma no na wo mu wie no so a ye free be gold exploration eno no ye pese ye koye nim kra esensa eti ye ne round refinery e wo South Africa ye no mo kasa fi se ye London Bullion Marketing Association na wo mo wobetimi anya krata na saa secure certification wo nsa ka yensu gold no yemfa nkwa raw da bia saa yebetimi a refine yebetimi ate ho wo Ghana ha yate ho awie no ansa na ye de akwa no ne akwakoto na no no wo hia certificate anasa krata bia ebedi adanse afa ho ansa na watimi apensempensemu aye ho adwuma etwetwetwa ho na wakwakoton e wa no ne.
Mining continues to be one of the main pillars of our economy. The sector retains its position as a leading source of export revenue. Export receipts in 2022 alone gave us some 6.6 billion US dollars in respect of gold. Following significant investment in exploration, 4 new large-scale mining operations will start production within the next 2.5 years. There are also significant investments in the redevelopment and expansion of existing mines. After reviving the Obuasi mines in 2019, the Bibiani mine, which had been dormant for 7 years, has also been revived, and production started in October last year. These investments will result in a significant increase.
Now was santo asubiem sen hwehwefo fra wasande aba ne say ye minerals and mining regulations 2020 LI 2404 no ma ye hwehwe say ye ba betrake 4,000 excavators enim fidie eye adwuma other moving equipment wokọ ba bia ye tu agudie na ye adwuma ye the control room ebeba wo minerals commission ho na 75 excavators and wo de tracking devices wo de ahyehyɛ wonti say excavator ne nam ba bia nam bonkuma na se ne fe be say hey excavator ha ne nam na wo de abasere be ya small scale mining wo mo tu agudie no kakra no ye de sa dwumadie ne beba wo mo no ma ye ne pepepe na ansa ye nsase ene nsuwa.
The ministry continues to implement its two-pronged approach of law enforcement and reformation to deal with illegal small-scale mining. Thus, river bodies remain red zones for mining, while recognizant prospecting and/or exploration in forest reserves continue to be suspended, except in exceptional circumstances. 5 speed boats have been procured to patrol our river bodies. We are also implementing the minerals and mineral operations tracking of moving and mining equipment regulations 2020 LI 2404, and we expect to track some 4,000 excavators and other moving equipment. So far, a control room has been established at the Minerals Commission headquarters, and 75 excavators at various mine sites have been installed with tracking devices. We continue to promote responsible small-scale mining through community mining schemes. Last year, 14 of these schemes were commissioned, and last month, I commissioned the first community mining for the year in Bongo-So in the Bongo district of the Upper East region.
Na yebusa honorable Samuel Abujina posese no da bia bia gold na yetu nanso wo hye Ghana yensanse anyame de adom ye no ye woniema bebre betimi amman na yebetimi etu anya ho mfaso ena obi si ebiti se limestone exploration wo mahu ama geological survey authority wo mo de ababo ntin se bi wo Mamprusi West district hono sa limestone mines no betimi akwakoye bi wo ho na wo mo ye cement no mo hia sa limestone no pa no mo de ye cement eno so wo ma hyase ena authority ya geological survey authority for ya womun so asa kyerem say yesan wo 1,275 metric tons of clay ewo asinfosu na sa clay no so a ewo asinfosu ewo central district ewo central region no eno so ye high quality eye papa it bricks any tiles ne niam e kaka ho aye de ye no eno so ye tu sa clay no a ye betimi de aye.
Diversification of mineral resource base. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, the Ghana Geological Survey Authority continues to intensify limestone exploration activities in the Mamprusi West District of the Northeast region to develop limestone mines to feed the cement industry. Over 3,000 acres of land has been identified as suitable for clinker production. The authority has also identified and evaluated over 1,275 metric tons of clay resources at Asinfosu and its environs in the Asin North and Central districts of the Central region, suitable for the production of high-quality acid crucibles, bricks, tiles, and electrical porcelain.
Honorable Samuel Abujina Po, Minister of Lands and Natural Resources, was one for chance as in Oba Deja Padieso or no, and Ekasaye, Naomi Obenewa, and a Tintim MI.
Ankane mampanyi John Dramani Mahama nyame ya adomo a ya wada. Eye bosume miensa ne da etosu no chese March 2nd. Woko fragmentemu na ne franka a wo pese wotu ema NDC amanyoku no wo fiti ne campaign a ebema delegate ato aba amano na fragmentemu wonu mahinkro mu homu eho ena woko akwakoda na die na no ena o chese dwumadie yi anopa no a sa March 2nd no anopa no a ena oda na di e wo CD auditorium a eno e wo University of Health and Allied Sciences UHAS na eno no wo hwe na afei sede afimpinu ne aduonu ena presidential ambition se wo hwe se wo beba betu franka ma NDC amanyakuo na afimpinu ne aduonu ena no yato aba Ghana fo ato aba ede amano no eno ena wo kwakọ fiti ase e wo ho February da na etoso aduonu mienu ena ne campaign manager afimpinu ne aduonu Professor Joshua Alabi ekofa forms ewo enkane mampanyi John Dramani Mahama ne dimu presidential forms no okofa wo headquarters na Professor Joshua Alabi edito Ghana dihie nyina anim se Ghana for afi NDC amanyoku no said de nneoma si ekone amamuo no ade a wo nyina ni di akire so o mo hwe nimu ama enkane mampanyi John Dramani Mahama aba na afi Ghana for ho atowo mu na ne flag bearer campaign launch ya wo kwakoye no fragmentem no the dasono or say building the Ghana we want say yes Ghana said ye yenia ye peno no eno ene de eda eso enkane mampanyi John Dramani Mahama nyondo nko anso ene wo pe franka tu de franka tu edibre no na emom empanifo bi so akwa wonum funds ebi enkane finance minister Dr. Kwabena Dofo enkane Maria no owo Kumase owura Kodwobonsu ora NS Kobia ono ye businessman a owo United Kingdom owo English abrochimemu ohima krum sese ye ohini krum enti ne nyina aka ho bi ena wo mo hwe se nyame ya adom na se wo mo kokoto aba no a emu baako ebedi enkonim ensem we nyina no ye nua Salamat kuku apentil ono ene bo ano emaye
Yedaso ewo National Democratic Congress NDC amanyoku mu na nipa baako opanyina wo presa frankatufo adwa wo benya Dr. Kwabena Dofo na enne woni Greater Accra Regional Executive se wo party ne makwakohia na wo de ato wo manim efa ne campaign na wo da na die Greater Accra Regional Campaign tour no se de be yo manfo betumi abo ma ne nyina nso akoyie na wo twetwe mu na ne forms no wo tabiri a wo ye ho adwuma na Regional Executive se wo no wo mo kasa Dr. Kwabena Dofo kire mu se wo no de grassroots for no mo fomono womu hia no ankasa wose mabunu bebre a womodo party no ye gya wo sa bankyere no nanam ho etisa ahoto project ne bape wobetimi atretrim ama wo wo fom ne titru mabunu ye grassroots for na gina wo na so no nti wo emfa frankatufo adwa no ema no Dr. Kwabena Dofo eto aso biem se project bebre na wo beye se party ne fa ne se wonen beye panyin obetimi atu franka ebi ye pension scheme beye ama the aged wo ye mpanifo wo party ne mu no veterans for no wo nkokora bom wo mru wa bom no na ya to wo matwere ba bi kura obi ho obesom party no nanso ne nyini mu no party no enkai ne biem eno nso wo de sa pension scheme ne beba no de aba bebo wo mu chidom wo besi constituency officers ahodo wo abatom person so ne nyina na regional officers no nso wo mu nyina ebenya bi no matimi anya wo sompa na mo matimi akonkan na party no nso wo kire wadwene a wo bia entietia wo fa ahodie so.
Power to the people, power to the grassroots. These are the most important people in a political arrangement. Unfortunately, Mr. Chairman, over the years, we seem to be neglecting those who are so important and form the foundation of our party. As I went around and paid visits to some of our older people who have served the party for years, I was very sad. These are people who have worked so hard and don't even have pension, as you know. They have difficulty paying their medical bills. Let's organize our party in such a way that we'll be able to take care of ourselves, of the older people. When I'm elected, I would like to propose the setting up of a pension scheme for the NDC workers and indeed make sure that the aged are also taken care of.
Dr. Kwabnado for etwa so ekasa echire mu se saa na opeso ye na woyema NDC party ne gina na so ye na Greater Accra Regional Chairman Honorable Imanani Ashimo wono nso kasa na wo chem se regional executives no wo munye bibie ntietie obi afa hodie so delegates sefa taso wo to aba no wo bi abeto so wo mo okun bi a enye wo mo ho ena omo baba beko wo mo ne NPP for ena wo okun eto omo be stress mpanifo no de wo ma ye madwen se de ye be yini bia a 2024 wodi nkunimdie beba no wo mo beta na chipampe.
You've been a member of this political party, you've been a cabinet minister, you've held high profile positions before and even today. You've distinguished yourself to the mass. We are one family. This is an internal elections. Our target is the MPP. Our target is to maximize the vote of Greater Accra. We will not disenfranchise any delegate. We will meet the custodians of the constituencies and let them also know that you've come to pay a courtesy call to us. You've come to ask permission, ask the leaders of the region, of the caretakers of the region. So they will also allow you to come to constituencies, also to come and campaign, sell your vision, your mission, objectives to them. On that note and my conclusion, we wish you very, very well.
Na regional executives ni bi nso kasa echire mu so mbesre Dr. Kwabnado for say ne nkrofo mu di nachi no won hwe won mu yie pa ebi ano kasa enye na no ba kokora kasa ya wo kasa ti o mampani dada His Excellency John Dramani Mahama na bibisa no wo ya na edian mu guase ebre party no eti obi opese wo ye flag bearer bia won kasa nkyere na chitafo say obi ani ne hu ni wo kasam ezasa wo ka bibi de tie obi na ni pana da achi bi obetu frank ama party no a eno ano atamfo edi benya ho ama ne boy ama amoako a ojampa ena etintim ede besom ye.
Deputy Director General Emma Commission for Technical and Vocational Education CTVET Engineer Peter Entry Boasiakon ena watch say Ghana ya mistake pa na mistake ayaye ene se abra yemma yenuanom empadimfo a wo mo ekọ school wo mo kosua grammar na technical and vocational education wo ho ewo universities ahodo anka ye de eno hihye mu anka beboa ama wo mo awie school a wo se wo ye unemployed no anase wo mo se wo ye unemployment graduate association for anka wo mankasa wo mo nsa no adwuma eye eno no eye mistake na abra oni peace news edi nkomo no eno o kire se wo de ye nyina ya nwene hu se ukọ university a na esukufo be se ahansia 600 ye so mo ye linguistics ye de sa yase sukufo sa ahansia omo ye political science eno so ye de hen omo so omo ye sociology eno so ye de hen o si sa we mu nyina companies ahodo a ewo oman mu enya de a wo mo befa wo mo so wo mra no mo meye adwuma e wo sa courses no makwa akoye no enu nti akoba se ya na ha adwene pa enti technical and vocational education no a enei ye de aba no eno na eba abeboa wo de asem wei atudwa abra Takrade Technical University womo eye technology and innovation fair enti asuafo no enioma wo maye nyina no womo de ba abekire na afei nimdia nkrofo wo mpanimfo bia omo nimdia wo ho no omo akyerɛkyerɛ omo amafa kwampa no so na no atimi abo na nipa ne wie suku a ankwankomba se wonya adwuma enye
Ebrebi atwam no na obia pese odene bako university na emu de na akora ne koso university ode na nkrofo ani ni akire bebre eno na akoso ama dodo na awie university a omunya adwuma nya no na emom enei enema sesa obia pese odene bako technical and vocational school seba ya obewie no nipa no oba bonte no kuta nema miensa nipa na nkasa timi create adwuma ma ne ho na obi nso a ohia nimde na okosua no so timi fa na adwuma anase nipa no adwuma no otimi fa obi adwuma ma na be yebi enti ne omiensa wo de ba bonte no eno na sese iwiase obi ehwe ba bi o mu focus sese yi pa technical and vocational education and indeed iwiase nyina World Bank ne other international organization nyina ajatum
Any IATA Deputy Director General Commission for Technical and Vocational Education CTVET Engineer Peter Entry-Boasiakon NET Sokasanom Vice Chancellor Awo Takrade Technical University Reverend Professor John Frank Eshon and also HSS grammar and 70 eno no dada sesei wo mo aye nhyehyeye bebre ama akwa animu ama nesa wo ba ono no se baby owo yi a wo mo ye ne sa se de be ya graduate na ombe pie no omo wo mo nsa no adwuma ensa no adwuma no mo ye no ebeboa omamu no e na ebeboa obi a nso.
And into that, that's fair, so that the industry will come and see innovations in the area, so that they can partner with us and then scale it up to businesses. I don't know my kind of concentrating on grammar education for a long time. Near neglected technical education. Now you use the grammar education on boy. The technical education are able to move a man up with him. Into our friend and technical university Bobo Adeno. Or there you my friend and you pay your man industry to another level so that we can be in the upper class or upper the income status as a country.
Any ayati Vice Chancellor Takrade Technical University Reverend Professor John Frank Eshon. Na ne krakra muma na Managing Director owo Kantanka Automobile Group Ora Francis Kojo Kujoji ono so HSE se ya ye kasei enkachi technical and vocational education no one de Obebo Takrade Technical University abaso se wo matu anamon wati se ye Kantanka Automobile Group no wo ma bi o mapono wo ye suani na peso besua bra.
Think smart, be innovative and create wealth. Then we move towards that trend. We have to innovate. How are we going to do it? Other jurisdictions, civilizations have done it. Yes, we can. This collaboration between ourselves, Kantanka, and this university, this is the first step that we are moving, and I think this step is going to lead us to further steps higher. Sure. To Takrade Technical University, we welcome all students who are studying mechanical, electrical, engineering to our side for practical learning.
Any ayati Managing Director of Kantanka Automobile Group Ora Francis Kojo Kujoji ena yeti so kasa we nyina no yensentroni apia dankwa owo Rock FM ena ode ebreye
Kasebo wutie fi Peace 104.3 FM so ebranso se de madwenche no egba agbebe Herbal Center agbebe Herbal Center wo mo eboy madwenche de ba no wo mo boye chidom amana di mu na agbebe Herbal Center so wo mo de agbebe mist capsules abase wo sisi yare anasa wo yem otim na emframabone ejina mu a sese wo mane yemsane a de wo hia eye agbebe mist capsules eno na sisi yare eni wo yem otimu no eniema be loose kama Venus Gota no de eye stomach ulcer enti yefunu yare no a age wo yefunu aboso wo sore no pa aduane to wo yem ana me yem kekame woje ho ba bi enye de wo hia eye Venus Gota enti friend agbebe Herbal Center e wo 0208130790 020-813-0790 and 0246595256 0246595256 Agbeve Herbal Center waya resafie ye wo so tom last stop Remy Natural Spices eno ne edi maduane ye de ye wo Remy Goat, Remy Chicken, Remy Jollof, Remy Stew and Remy Spices ahodo a ekoyie pa eti Remy Natural Spices ena wo hia sa brei na won so wo de aye aduane na won kwan na ye de stew na ye de na jollof no nso akoyie Natural Spices papa bia rapper no eya mento ntwene fato na Dubai ne bia na yewa yegusu eye promotion consolation prices bebre wo ho na nyina no eye Remy Spices emeduane ye de Sema cement ye de double abro na Sema fofo de aba ne se ye fa bi Sema scan and win promotion na sa Sema scan and win promo no ye de aba no distributors, retailers, and end users mu nyina ye mama konya na ma we ne double quality durable projects ahodo Sema cement ye nyina achi a ya guarantee wo kama ema mason for artisans o ma mo nsa na adwumanya ho faso no nyina no ye pese mo san we ne smartphones, smart TVs, motorbikes ni nyina ye de chemokwa simple. We download Sema Scan and Win app no a will Play Store and as App Store. No sign it up. No one scan the code after every use. What the you be a scan the code no. No one simple. Na NLA for almost so she ama bibia edimo she ke to ebi ene bata home. Semaf scan and win promo fa ho hyem sisia na niam papa ye de che no nso wonya ho mfa so omanfo adwenkyere
yo omanfo adwenkyere ni bi enie akisimi na o chese enka ne mampanyi John Dramani Mahama Ghana fo afel papa ye kai pa enuoma waba be na wo so no na economy no na eye papa enti ye hwe wanim se obeba afi correct score ono so de free sunwane na o chese akosua nyame nhira wo papa o se ye tititi se MPP for ebisebisa na wo mu bisa se na ehi omampanyin dada na eyi na wo de ba no ono ni de da ne campaign no so na wo de ba no ase ahompopuo bi ate asi wo mu so wo mu nhunu we de yen ya ba be ye ya de o enti eno so eno no Richard Abusua Frimpong osi JM men ha ho kra emma u waste time emma kra na bana wo ba no enye hwe osi ye kai ne wa ye nyina enti hwe na wa amma ama me ha yen ama ya nsanko ebio
yeah my info we mra na ye home so ye ba na ya san ababeto so National Health Insurance Authority NHIA4 wa Ashanti region na Asante mem wo mu sinipa wo matimi a kire wo mu din no wo mu dibia ba be ka ho pa na 2022 wo mu ede nkontabuo no aba Regional Director Orua Kodjojomo wo na chem se 17.22% na wo mu timi hwe ya National Health Insurance Scheme no active members no wo matimi dibi aka ho a wo mu komanim end of year 2022 performance review wo mu ne adwumayefo ye authority no mo e wa santemantem no e na sankuntabuo no epiepie eti nipa o matro mu di account de more than 2 million ene yasan di ababeka ho wo se impeja na aba no ye ohanche mu be ye aduasa 30% na o mekoso aye ne saa se de be ya e be boa ma niema akose de o manfo epe no na o mo pese nipa bia so be fa kuntuna se na o mabu o manfo nti wonso wo ho a na wo mo ani ate na wo mo ani ada ho se de be ya nipa bi emfa wo se kan enwananka
since 2004 health insurance ejina so konani na Ashanti region so di akontra won health insurance adwuan pa enti wo hwa in 2022 Ashanti region registered nipa 2.94 million for the population of Ashanti region enti nipa 53% and wa Ashanti memu a ombuta health insurance card amutimi the hospital ma aban ehwe omo free de share nim se na ke be register Ashanti region obia na so hwemu a ho the target am enya 94% eche ye koyanim yesa de share ho se ye be pay nnuano mo sika na omo de aboa omo ni bi na no mini ameti maka kire say enya nipa 33 sponsors na sika enya omo ye 300,000 Ghana cedis enya enya nipa 25,000 ena ko fu tua mo omo a omo tua omo health insurance card ni side ni ma omo
ensem we nyina no Orua Kodjojomo a wono na ye Regional Director de National Health Insurance Authority ena kasa ya mane bofo penye 1 santimem Samson Kwame Nyameche ene de ebesom ye kase boy wutie free peace 104.3 FM so ye home so ye ba de dia ka kire nyina ebeba
Tune it in, turn it up,
Peace FM,
and rip off the knob.
Yamamo akwaba ye toa kasebono eswa. Public Utilities Regulatory Commission PURC wonum ene Ghana Institute of Management and Public Administration GEMPA womo akabom aye Regulatory Center of Excellence eno no ebetimi aboa ama entity na womo betimi aye enhyehyeye ewo PURC ewo ensuo enkanea ene eho ensenkaye beboa ma Ghana fo atimi ate ase na afe ye ka bibiti se natural gas ene nneoma bi atete sano a eho no esom no atimi akoyie na afe omanfo so ate ase ama omahunu enneoma ekoso wo hyeda to nsa efre wo soafo a wo hwe energy nsem so onumunyamfo Matthew Opoku Prempre abra wo kasa no ena wo kye se ene mpanimfo a wo da center no ano no wo mo nhwe na wo mo nya hyehyeye programs ahodo a eno betimi aboa ama utility regulations no ye betimi ahyehye ne yie na eno atimi aboa madache se koba se ye bibi ana ye nya bibi papa bi afrimu a ye hunu se emua
Given the pedigree of GIMPA and the quality of its faculty members, it is my expectation that the center will become a thought leader in developing innovative breakthrough research on utility regulations across the continent and beyond. I therefore entreat all policymakers, regulators, utility service providers, industry players, civil society organizations, and the general public desirous of acquiring knowledge in the economics of regulation to make use of this center so as to build the expertise necessary to move the energy sector into the eminent. I urge the PURC GEMPA Center of Excellence in Public Utility Regulations to take the call to research seriously. It must find innovative and effective ways of collaborating with industry and the corporate world to engage in quality and strategic studies aimed at finding practical solutions to real issues and actualize research findings to develop our economy.
Oswafo Osha Energy nsem so nmunyamfo Matthew Opoku Prempeni etiso kasanenu achi Rector of Ghana Institute of Management and Public Administration GEMPA Professor Samuel Bonsu eno no so se nani age papa se enei sanka bomu sei ama omde dwumade ahronkun aba efa utilities ho wose we no ebeboa Ghana ebesan tretre akowiase afana nyina na oka se GEMPA be ye de obetimi bia se de be ya center no ebibrem ha obedi kan na afei utility regulations no entiase beba na omatimi ede aye adwuma yie na wobesrese mpanimfo wonmo eka bi ewom a wonmo ka bi ebetimi aboa ama adi mu no omu nyina meka ho bi se de be ya ebekọ nanim.
As a bebre no abrochi environment na different from Ghana there. Inti PURC so amanfo bebre mpemfo bebre apaso areta ye wo akukudam bebre wo Ghana ha e wo Africa ha ifi se e come bom na se mo kyerɛkyerɛ ya ye be ya ebeboa na ya localize that knowledge no. Afei ye hwɛ bronifre bibi energy transition baby asi ye solar na eba baby asi dum so South Africa ne ade. Research ben e betumi aye na Ghana so yetumi akase o energy transition ye koni se na ye anase dumso ne betumi asolve ni say amfa how bia so Ghana and Africa nti a creative center we na ba be a center of excellence say e ba be take generating knowledge aboa o mining koso any African koso.
Ene ayeti ye die eye executive secretary ono na Eda Public Utilities Regulatory Commission Dr. Ishmael Aka na eno achi no ne nsem ye okan ye achi no eno o kire se PURC womo a develop tariff recorder app sa app we no ebeboa ama se wo sonkane wo fie wo bunsuo wo fie wo betimi abu hu konta na wahunu dodo a wo yusu ye.
Inti the PURC and says see an first nanka ukoto o lighter obi say o me to 40 me ko fie no me asa di 1 day per asa at times kra no wakwa akoto no wunim de amount see ano ye the PURC record na naba na record na no ebi ewo app a utumi download your phone so kwa your website so ewo na it is a calculator the no answer we show and them pesa me koto 50 kilowatt hour ubo 50 na e be kire osika o se utua se ukita 100 so me sika 100 nti ubo 100 ni shema ono so kire o se wunya ebi a 70 nti ukwa na ma o 60 o se da bi oboa aha nti eboa ma consumer no eda no ho so se de me twe se na menya na aboa no plan ni usage here.
Any ayeti executive secretary Oda Public Utility Regulatory Commission and PURC Dr. Ishmael Aka and some way nyina no yense ntwani Patricia Sefa Fesha wono ene de breye
Kasiebono esi na enyumeko mu boye chidom ema no edi mu madwinkyire emu no eye Agbeve Herbal Center ayete ne so na ya sorry na Agbeve Herbal Center de obia enim se wokọ hɔ na ekyese yare bia ejije wo ebi ti se Agbeve Mist Capsules ne boama sisi yare woyemu atimu no etu ase eno ye Agbeve Mist Capsules ansa na Agbeve Venous Gota eno de your stomach ulcer emu ahodo A to Z ebetu ne kura herbal shops ahodo obenya dodo atu sɛ wo pebie to ano afrɛ 0208130790 0208130790 sɛ wotom last stop ne wo agbave herbal center wayare safie Remy natural spices ɛne yɛde yɛ aduane woyɛ aduane na ɛda na wakoma kora tɔw yɛ otachire madawase eti Remy goat Remy chicken Remy jollof Remy stew ne nyinaa bi wɔ hɔ a ɛno na wode wɔn no a wotim sampa wanya jollof papa bi abenkwan katenkwan akokɔnkwan chicken wings a steam ne kama ne nyinaa ɛyɛ Remy spices rappers no ɛyɛ amento ntwene fasie ne brepa mu no wobenya akyɛdeɛ bebree Remy ɛmaduane yɛ de Semaf cement for the Semaf scan and win promo aba distributors retailers and end users nyinaa no yɛ mama konya na ma we ne double sɛ wo quality durable projects ahodo a Semaf cement etimi yɛ no a Semaf cement say mason for mo amokanka ho nyina momre na smartphones smart TVs motorbikes yɛ de beche wo kwa wo de ane sɛ wo be download Semaf scan and win app no ɛwɔ Play Store anase App Store no wa sign up no wa scan the code after every use sa code no a wo be scan de ato ho no ɛno na akyɛdeɛ no ɛbɛba no ɛnhyehyɛ ketewa bi ɛna ɛbata ho na kaseɛbɔ na mu anso Osons garlic capsules awɔ no mema immune system ɛnya ahoɔden ɛbɔ yɛkyidom Osons grab mixture ɛmɔtɔfoɔ no nkɔda yɛwɔ ɔmo foforɔ no wo ma wɔn mu bia na kyɛ sɛ wo de ade papa na ama na kɔda bi wɔ ha wodidi ana wa men ɔbatan wo pɛso wodidi no wɔyɛ fine ti wama na di aboro so na ne ho mete sɛ wo ma no Osons grab mixture no a na ɛlowa nneɛma na akɔda na timi ada anadwo a wɔn nso bebrebe a wo so ba pɛsu nyinaa ne sɛ wonya ma no Osons grab mixture woman the Osons grab mixture pe wo beda ma wonso watimi adabi na anadwo no wasori no ama the breast milk kakra MTN say we there for you everywhere you go bra niema wo data bebre wo be browse ajeja wo ho Hisense Ghana and so ka wo say electronic appliances ahodo no ye de aba refrigerator chest freezer air conditioner television gas cooker electric cooker wo ho any washing machines bebre 80 Hisense say everyday prices for everyday people no ye na ye ho adwuma Ketchus marketing agency ye the non-alcoholic drink ye 5G non-alcoholic aba miso fruit drink and aperitivo bitter mibusa ofrege no ebi shemu ana wadidi awie na wanya chicken wings bi na wode wona no odi agu center table so na wanya 5G non-alcoholic drink yisi wo nkyɛn ana miso fruit drink ana se aperitivo bitter na esi wo nkyɛn wumni problem wo ha wo nyina to ensu otokora na wotim every say aye fine 5G non-alcoholic miso and aperitivo bitter Ketchus marketing agency yadamwase sa wo ye party wo ye birthday say ye na wo pe drinks bibia ni ma no nye den non-alcoholic na de aye adwuma eya kai 5G wone ne dom na abedi dance say herbs no any fruit ni green tea ni grapes ni wo mo ni grapefruit no e ka ho bi nti na wo no mo a ema wo mpomden domi market heavy do dan mu no manfo a2b sa wo pe dodo atu no wa 0246 270-221 0246-270-221 Food and Drugs Authority Agiatum Pepsodent Cavity Fighter. Eti was sene etesai o condition etesai kaka ejeje wo ho wosi anse nam no yare bia bam Pepsodent Cavity Fighter eno na wodi twitwi osi anopa ne anumera sa tokura ba beto wosimu no ebeye ho adwuma nkasa wo mu ana se ene machi nkasa no nyina no mesia se ho no etutumi no Pepsodent Cavity Fighter ebe fight na nkasa 10 times stronger no a Pepsodent charcoal and also ya blending a kama wo kai se bra na ye di bidie ne body tire na ye de aboso no se se de yasesem e bra da na ye de yensu ya da na ye ho ye de Pepsodent charcoal and twitwi yesen and ye san de Pepsodent herbal and no de lemon no and ye de awo no fine mo de mo pe herbs no mo nso mo die mu a eti Pepsodent me yensa Pepsodent Cavity Fighter Pepsodent ye de charcoal aba and a Pepsodent herbal eti wo free to free line no e was 0800 2030 now with them 0800 2030 Pepsodent every smile matters Forever Construction and Consultancy Limited ye fast growing town ewo dodowa nyame ba no sansase na ewo ho no ye gusu ase de asase manfo baso dodowa nyame ba no behwe ben dodowa police station nsase o manfo atu agusu pa wo moto entibra na wo ba na ese wo nyansase papa na wonso watimi asi wodan ne boda from pa 15 minutes drive every budumbura ewutu breku ho no na wodem 70 by 100 feet no 18,000 Ghana cedis ebesi 40,000 Ghana cedis and 50 by 70 no so 10,000 Ghana cedis ebesi 23,000 Ghana cedis and the payment terms bi aba it is a second in akra nya already abetimi ato ase construction Forever Construction and Consultancy Limited woman agene Ghana for ho saa and nsase nyese bi ensuo beto ne akase ensuo to ya aba befa wo fie debi woda na wada etu amanfo public sector workers any trade unions any informal sector momochi any trada na momra Forever Construction and Consultancy Limited na nsase papa koyie mansuntwi bia ni ho enkrata asem edimu no wonso wanya wo de frɛ yɛn ɛwɔ 0501518347 050-151-8347 and 0509-999-828 0509-999-828 and she share it to Ebi and na ebata ho eya kai na ne best point savings saloons enye adwuma fi se wodi usika to ho a na chese bibia koy omo mobile banking no short code ne star 277# best point savings saloons star 277# na wodemu dadaada akosia
Midi edi akosia sapon mene
akosia ago aboaje
yemi na ye kan bo mu de kase bo yi ebre mo ya mamumbo eni tia additional enwumere unye program
ai abrabopa ye ne Professor Joseph Osafo Adum komo no ye be san to aso
yo ene ya mamumbo ni tia adehye.
Tune it in, turn it up,